Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave. We got a hell of a show today because I am quite friggin' frustrated. I'm an idiot. Your boy is an idiot. If you hadn't realized that by just hearing me talk every day, I am an idiot. I'm going to try and fix this here without having to restart. Yeah, I think I look a little bit better. Okay, so I'm an idiot. Big time. Major idiot. Why am I an idiot, might you ask? Well, real simple. I had a small virus problem on my computer last night. Small. But me, being the retard that I am, I decided to go scorched earth and start deleting files willy-nilly. I have all my things on my desktop. I don't mess with things on the desktop. I know better than that. But I forgot that one of my desktop icons was a shortcut. And, of course, what was it? It was all of my XSplit items, all my backgrounds, all of my graphics, all of my this week's Creators Corner with Alex Carter, gone. All of it. I've lost everything. Everything that I've been working on for the past 4 months, every graphic, every intro, everything gone. Some of the things I was able to find because I had it stowed away in other places on the interwebs. That's why I still have some backgrounds and stuff here, as you can see. But I've missed a lot of stuff, and pretty upset about it, to be honest. Not too happy about it. But the show must go on, so I threw this together, and we're moving on, so it's good things. As you notice, I changed up things a little bit. Now I have one box over here that's going to have a rotating display of graphics, promotions, and memes, wrestling memes. There's one right there. And I know a lot of people love the memes, and when I made the change of intro to the creepy eyeball, we lost the memes, which is unfortunate because I love the memes, and a lot of people do too. So I brought them back, and now I found a way that you guys can be interactive with those memes. If you go to the website Meme Gene, just type in Meme Gene on Google and you'll get there. You can create memes very easily, very easily. If you've seen an image on here and you think, hey, I like this one, I can write a better meme tagline than that. I wrote this one myself, actually. If you can write a better one than that, go ahead and go to Meme Gene, write one. I wrote this one too. I like this one. When porn stars decide to become wrestlers. Hysterical. If you think you can do better, or if you just want to be part of the show in a deeper way, go to Meme Gene, create a meme, and then send it to me. Send it to me on YouTube. Put it in the comment section below, or find me on Skype, David Vancura, DavidVancura, or tweet it to me on Skype, and I will use it on this show. I will put it in the nice little thing, and boom, you're a part of the show. It's fantastic. Speaking of being part of the show, I am currently working with a couple people to develop segments for the back end of shows. That's going to be really exciting. I can't wait to get that going. Lots of great stuff happening here on Dead on Dave Productions. And if you want to rep your Dead on Dave love, go over to Spreadshirt.com, deadondave.spreadshirt.com, and you can get all your Dead on Dave merchandise. You can drink from my face with that logo right there. You can drink from my face. You can get the Eat, Sleep, Copious, Repeat shirt. There's all kinds of good stuff. Over the Top Rope, all kinds of great things. And if you have any ideas for a Dead on Dave shirt that you'd like to see, or any type of cool stuff that you would like to see up for purchase, let me know. And we will go ahead and we'll make that happen, because Isaac Rojas is always looking for new ideas. And maybe I'll just make my own shirts too. So even if I'm not going to be taxing Isaac Rojas all the time. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about on this show, because this is Wednesday Rant. It's the Daily Focus. We're going to start with some NFL, but we got scandals in wrestling. We've got more scandals in the NFL. We got scandals in UFC. We got scandals everywhere. It's a scandalous show today. Yeah. But let's start with some hypocrisy within the NFL. And I'm going to quickly get on this, and I'm going to get away from it real quick. Everybody's heard about Deflategate, and everyone's got an opinion on it. I find it interesting when superstars, legends, Hall of Famers start talking about Deflategate. One in particular lately has completely gone after Tom Brady specifically and the Patriots, calling them cheaters and all of this stuff. And it's Jerry Rice. Well, Jerry Rice has also in the past admitted to using Stickum and admitting to knowing that it was against the rules. But, everybody did it, so, I could use a little bit of Stickum. He cheated. Real simple. He cheated. And you know what? I think using Stickum is a more egregious thing than Spygate and Deflategate combined. Because those are in-game acts that really do affect the game. The deflation might affect certain plays, or it's not going to affect everybody is the point. But when you put Stickum on your hand, you are affecting the outcome of games. There's no question. And Chris Carter, who's a guy I normally don't like, by the way, has he gotten in the Hall of Fame? I think he has finally gotten in the Hall of Fame. But Chris Carter has come out on a firm stance against Jerry Rice, and I got to give him a little bit of credit because he said, if Jerry Rice used Stickum, he cheated. Plain and simple. And it's true. It's 100% true. So I'm tired of these idiotic Hall of Famers getting microphones shoved in their face. I don't know why I used a dick motion, but I did. Hey, it's me. And then they say these ridiculous things only to have their words thrown back into their face at a later date. Shut up, Jerry Rice. Shut up. What's the matter with you? Jesus, I mean, look, if anything does happen of Deflategate, it will get taken care of eventually. One of two things is going to happen, severe sanctions or a severe apology. One of the two, and it should happen very soon. So let's just stop. Can we stop? Can we put the fucking brakes on all of this stuff, please? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of listening to it. I wish that was all the NFL that we were going to talk about, but I got another story because it's a crossover story. Brandon Browner of the New England Patriots, who has been very confrontational as of late, has stood up against this ridiculous Kanye West situation. For those of you who don't know what's going on with Kanye West, he's the biggest douche nozzle on the planet. Look, you can love his music all you want. Some people think he's a genius. Other people like me think he's a fucking auto-tune hack. I don't find him all that great. I don't think his music is transcendent. I don't think he's done anything that moved the state of R&B or hip hop. And I know a lot about music, okay? So before anyone wants to attack me and say, "Oh, you just don't understand his place in music history." The fuck I don't. I understand plenty about Kanye West. I simply don't like the guy, and I don't think his music's all that great, all right? It's my opinion. I can have it. I can do what I want. The thing about Kanye is the guy runs his mouth like he is friggin' Jimi Hendrix. Like he runs his mouth like he's Prince. He thinks he's Prince, a guy who is actually a music genius. I mean, really. And he's not. And he says ridiculous things. One of the most egregious things he's ever done is when he interrupted Taylor Swift, at the time like a 15, 16-year-old girl, maybe a little bit older than that. Maybe she was like 17, 18, I don't know. And while she was winning a Grammy and she beat out frickin' Beyonce, I think it was "Single Ladies" is the song she beat out. And Kanye comes and interrupts her in an embarrassing scene and starts going on this rant about, "Your song is great. I'm gonna let you finish," because he's some god. But this is one of the greatest music videos of all times. Of all times. Oh, my God. And you know what? It might have been MTV Award where it happened, too. It might not have been the Grammys. But he's done this before. And, well, he did it again recently, and everyone knows this. He did it to Beck. Well, he went up there like he was going to, and then he kind of, goofed it off. Like, okay, it was just a goof, making fun of myself. And, of course, I'm getting a phone call. That is my ringtone for my wife. Hold on, please. So, yeah, I got interrupted by my wife. I apologize for that. I don't really remember what I was just saying, but I think I was talking about Kanye West. And, well, yeah, he did it again. It looked like he was going up and was going to interrupt Beck for winning yet again over Beyonce. And then if you watch the clip, you could see the video pan over to Beyonce and Jay-Z, and they look mortified. And I'm not sure if Kanye was able to see that, but it kind of looked like he chickened out and didn't do it. Why do I say that? Why do I think it wasn't just a planned goof, him just making fun of himself? Well, after the show, he went on this tirade talking about how Beck needs to respect artistic artists and all this shit, this retarded stuff. And he should give back his awards and all of this just disgusting things, which doesn't even make sense considering Beck is an actual music artist. Beyonce's a singer and a dancer. Beck is an artist. There's a difference. And I think most people know that. And some people are going to be like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Beyonce is an artist. No, she's a singer. She's a singer and a dancer, and she happens to be smoking hot. Beck is he looks like a nerd. You know why? Because he's a music nerd. He's a big music nerd. And if you don't know who Beck is, I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? Yeah. Anyway, that was like 1993 style, baby. You don't want none of this. I don't know what he called. The best music is when you don't understand the words. That's just how it is. But anyway, so he goes on this ridiculous rant, right? Well, Brandon Browner has come to the defense of everybody in sane world, in friggin' logic land. Brandon Browner has said what most people want to say. And being a 6'3", 6'4", built out of chisel football player, I guess you can say these things. Well, he goes on Twitter and he says, this is great. It's my favorite response to Kanye West yet. I absolutely love it. Kanye West is a sucker. Everybody don't listen to Beyonce. Second time he tried to steal somebody's shine. First time it was a 15-year-old girl. That was great. And then, well, he goes on because that was okay, but he gets even better. His next tweet. Kanye try and play that I'm weird because of my genius. None of the greats pull that stupid shit. Meaning Marley, Mike Jack, Tupac, Jay-Z, etc. He's right. They're crazy for other reasons. But the best is his third. Because the point behind it is, like, acting like a bizarre genius doesn't really make you a bizarre genius. It just makes you a bully. And that's what Kanye West comes off as, is a big, giant bully. But the third tweet is the best. People who he tried this on, Beck and Taylor Swift, real tough guy. If only I could have been Beck for one night, Kanye would be rapping through a wire. That's good. I like that because, he would have knocked the shit out of Kanye West. If there's ever a guy that I really want just to get punched in the head, it's Kanye. You know what? As a matter of fact, just because I feel like having a little fun, I'm going to play something real quick, and I might get in trouble for it. I don't care. Hold on. Yeah, sorry, I paused again because I wanted to get this video. This is my favorite Kanye West video of all time. Because not only does it show what kind of an idiot he is, it shows what type of idiot he is after he makes an idiot of himself. So let's check this out. This is a great video.
Vic, come on.
Oh, too bad we can't see his.
Kanye, you okay?
You okay? You alright, Kanye?
Are you okay?
Stop taking
pictures,
dude.
man.
Let's really lose it. Here we go.
Take a fucking another photo, man.
Right,
don't take another fucking photo, man.
I just got here, homie.
Don't take no photos.
Okay.
Stop it.
Brother,
all of you motherfuckers, stop it, man.
I just got here, brother. I just got here.
Leave the man alone, man.
Kanye, I just got here.
Leave the fucking man alone.
You want me?
Oh my God. Yeah, he's ridiculous. So because he can't just deal with just walking, because people taking pictures of his pregnant wife, whatever. Because we haven't seen worse of Kim Kardashian, right? Like, you can't just click on the internet and go see her vagina right now if you wanted to. Oh my God. But because of that, you hold your head down. And what happens, kids, when you're not looking forward? You hit big fucking signs. That's what happens. You run your head into big fucking metal signs. Keep your eyes up. situational awareness at all times, Kanye. You got what you deserved. And then you act like a big bully. You act like a big whiny baby. Yeah, are paparazzi annoying? Sure. We all know this. I'm not defending the paparazzi. But Jesus. You big bully. Big crybaby. Anyway, so I wish Brandon Browner would just beat the hell out of this guy. It'd be hilarious. Anyways, let's move on to some other stuff here. Let's talk some UFC. And yes, I'm going to close with wrestling. Everyone doesn't have to freak out that I haven't talked about wrestling yet. Last week I did a story about the UFC talking about how there is serious problems with drug testing. Or not drug testing, it's failing of drug tests and all of this stuff. So it's not a big surprise that once again we have another one. Another week, another suspension by the UFC. The UFC now has another major fight that is being canceled. Hector Lombard has been removed from UFC 186 by the Nevada Athletic Commission. He failed a drug test for some kind of testosterone. It's an anabolic steroid, commonly referred to as DMT. So he failed it after his January 3rd victory over Josh Berkman at UFC 182. Lombard was supposed to be fighting Rory McDonald, which would have probably been a title eliminator, and now that's out of there. So it's another screwed up situation for the UFC. However, Rory McDonald will be the benefit of this, which I think should be the case in a lot of these. Because now Rory McDonald will be in a title fight featuring flyweight champion Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. So that's no, I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. I completely messed that up. That's a botch. Rory McDonald will not be fighting the flyweight champion because they're in different divisions. I'm sorry. The fight is scrapped as of right now, and it's being replaced by Demetrius Johnson defending his title against Japanese star Kyoji Horiguchi. So I apologize for a little bit of mistake there, but I'm only human, so it's okay. It is what it is. UFC once again having issues with keeping its fighters not getting. I don't understand. I mean, just if there's this many people that cannot adhere to the rules, there's something inherently broken within sports. I can't talk too much because when I was in high school, I played football, I wrestled. I took, at the time, which was completely illegal, the same stuff Mark McGuire would later get, in a lot of trouble for, the andro. Now, I was taking andro and some other stuff, but I was taking andro and I was, taking creatine in the early days of creatine because that's what a lot of people felt andro was just creatine, We didn't know what it was going to do to us long term. And we certainly didn't know it was illegal because it wasn't at the time. We didn't know it was harmful. We just knew, hey, we're adding 15, 20 pounds of muscle. I'm 17. That seems like a great idea. So we did it, and gave us a competitive edge. There's no question about it. We were better and stronger than other teams. I was better and stronger than other wrestlers. It's just how it is. So it's not a surprise that people do this. I understand the reason for doing it. It's not smart. It's not really fair. But, it's part of the culture. And the UFC seems to have a bigger problem than almost anybody else right now. Most other sports have cleaned up a lot of their problems with these things. The UFC, it seems to be getting worse. And I think it's not just UFC, to be fair. It's MMA in general. And because I think it's still a relatively newer sport, in a lot of ways. Especially to mainstream attention, it's certainly new. So with that much money, with the competitiveness, because almost anybody can be an MMA fighter. Now, that's almost not true in any other sport. That's the thing about fighting. You might not get to the UFC, but anybody can learn these techniques. You can learn arm bars. You can learn jiu-jitsu. You can do that. Now some people are going to be more proficient at it than others, of course, and some people will always be better. But it's not like baseball. You're either not everybody is going to be able to hit a curveball. It's just very simple. Not everyone's going to be able to hit a 97-mile-an-hour fastball with tailing action. You're just not going to be able to. However, everybody can learn how to throw a straight punch. Everybody can learn how to put an arm bar on somebody. Everybody can learn those things. And I think because of the overall, I think what people would think would be ease of getting into something like that, you're going to have a lot of people influxing into it. And you look like a badass, let's face it. It's cool to be an MMA fighter and wear tap-out gear and walk around with cut-off gloves and stuff and punching shit. And you look cool. And it's a cool way to work out. I get that. But the problem is you're going to have people always looking for edges. And this is one of the ways to do that, because taking these steroids, taking these things are going to help you rise to the top, make more money, become more famous. It's just how it is. So, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is in this situation especially. So moving on from the UFC, let's get to some wrestling. I wanted to close the show with wrestling. So that's what we're going to do. First thing I want to talk about is Monday Night Raw, which I thought was a fairly decent show. It wasn't great by any stretch, but it was a fairly decent show. It lost a lot of viewership, 15% viewership dump from last week. Now, a lot of people might be freaking out because that type of a viewership drop this close to WrestleMania might seem a little strange. I'm not overly worried about it because it's not the WrestleMania build. It's Fastlane. And Fastlane is being widely considered to be a throwaway pay-per-view, which I don't think is really fair to Fastlane because the card is shaping up to be quite good. I'm going to watch just to see Triple H and Sting go. I want to see what happens with them. And this Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan match has intrigue all over it. What are they going to do? So I think there's all of that. But a lot of people aren't happy with it, and it seems like a lot of people didn't watch. The biggest problem for WWE right now is having these type of drops, even with a build to a lesser pay-per-view, is that it's the time that it's happening. I mean, there's nothing else. They're the only ship in town right now. There's no NFL. So they should be doing better. Now, all that being said, they were still the number one show on cable. So I'm sure Vince McMahon is not too upset over this because they were still number one on cable. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's talk about some Hall of Fame stuff, man. A lot of people are upset about the Rikishi induction. I'm one of them. I think it's ridiculous because I feel it sets a precedent for a lot of mid-level Attitude Era stars to get in because, arguably Rikishi wasn't really Rikishi without Too Cool. So shouldn't Too Cool get in because the stink face, as over as it wasn't as over as the Worm. The Worm was one of the most over friggin' gimmicks in wrestling. So why isn't Scotty 2 Hotty and Grandmaster Sexay in with him? It's because there really is this, and somebody said in the comments, and I'm not going to say it in such a crass manner, but they are appeasing the Samoan culture right now. They really are. It would not surprise me. I guess it's not going to happen this year because of Randy Macho Man Savage's induction, especially now, too, with Rikishi going in. They're not going to want to overshadow him. But The Rock has got to be going in soon. I thought this year was a possibility. And I say that not because I think that Randy is not the clear headliner here. He is a headliner. There's no question. The problem is nobody wants to hear Lanny Poffo talk. Nobody wants to hear this induction. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear that speech. What are we going to hear? Lanny Poffo either chastise everybody and tell these stories that nobody can confirm or deny, or he's going to be Lanny Poffo and he's going to talk about how grateful he is to this, and this is about the fans and all this bullshit. That's what we're going to get. Nobody wants to hear that. I mean, the only reason why anybody is going to be watching it really, other than to see his highlight package, is to see what Hogan's going to say. Hogan is the headline of this, really. It's great that Macho Man's going in, but it's long overdue. He should have went in when he was alive. However, there was a lot of things that prevented that from happening. The real attraction in his induction is Hulk Hogan. That's why he's doing the induction. I mean, let's face it. Yeah, there could have been other guys like DDP or Ricky Steamboat. There are plenty of other guys probably. But they wouldn't have been the draw that Hogan is. Hogan is that draw. And Hogan talking about Macho Man, everybody wants to see that. I want to see what he's going to have to say. Is Hogan going to be Hogan, or is he going to get real for once? Is he going to talk about the issues that they had? Is he going to talk about the fact that Macho Man basically for the last 5 years of his life challenged into a fight every time that someone put a microphone into his face? I want to know. I want to know. It'll be very interesting. Maybe Stephanie should have inducted him. Okay. Sorry. So I think there's going to be another big name. That's bottom line on that. I think there is going to be another big name inducted in with him. And there is already kind of, for Japanese wrestling fans, there is a name that's going in that is very exciting. He hasn't been introduced yet as a definite member, but it's all but confirmed that Japanese wrestling legend. Oh God, I hate pronouncing names. I'm gonna butcher this. Genichiro Tenryu should be going in. Man, I can't pronounce these names, and I've heard the name a million times too because I've watched matches. Tenryu is he should be getting in this year, and he's just retiring this year too, which is funny. He's been in a lot of WWE moments. He's had some cool stuff. He's getting in. That's awesome. But the other big name that is being floated, which is almost a guarantee going in this year, is the living legend, Larry Zbyszko. That's quite interesting. I think he definitely belongs in. He's not the name that Savage is, but he's a pretty big name. I think most people would agree that Larry Zbyszko is a friggin' Hall of Famer. So it'd be cool to see him go in as well. So I think they're starting to build a good card of guys who are going in. Rikishi obviously is not going to belong in this list. Now, I'm wondering, is there going to be a diva this year? And if so, who's it going to be? And there's a few names that are possibilities, but maybe a current, a more modern-day diva. I mean, we've had Lita and Trish and stuff, but or has Trish gone in? I'm not sure. Not sure. I know Lita's gone in now. So it'd be interesting to see who else, which diva goes next. Who rounds out this class this week kind of so far, aside from Macho Man, this week class of Hall of Famers? Who can add some juice to this Hall of Fame class? Who would give a really good speech? Who do you want to see go in? Write that in the comment section below, and I'll read some of them off later on in the week. The last big story I want to talk about is everyone's been asking my opinion on it. I've been getting a lot of tweets and stuff, so I'll talk about it. Seth Rollins, the Seth Rollins nude scandal, which is pretty friggin' funny in a lot of ways. Okay, so here's how the story goes from as far as we know. It's getting a lot of mainstream media coverage. Basically, in NXT, it looks like somebody, if it wasn't his mistress, Zahara, if it wasn't her, somebody released nude photos on Seth Rollins' account, his Twitter account. Now, it's quite possible that it was his fiance who did this. So it's quite interesting that his fiance might have been the one to do this. I'm sorry, I'm reading. So there was nude photos of diva Zahara Schreiber. It was posted on Seth Rollins' social media accounts. The photo was deleted minutes later. It's already being stated that we know that for a fact that it was not Seth Rollins who released that, so that makes perfect sense. Well, shortly after that happened, some Rollins' fiance, Ligera Schultz, sent out a tweet with her name and then posting a pair of nude photos of Seth Rollins, which was later removed. Since then, Schultz's Twitter and Facebook and everything has been deleted, gone. So it's quite interesting to see what's going on with this. Is it possible, and this is what a lot of people are thinking, that his fiance found out Seth was cheating and first leaked photos of her on his site, on his Twitter account, and then put photos of him on her own account. I think that's pretty funny because this is exactly what I could see happening. This is exactly how I could see it happening because men are idiots. We're all stupid. So she's sitting somewhere. His fiance is just sitting there, and she has Seth's phone. She's like, I'm going to look through his phone because there's no such thing as privacy anymore. So I'm going to look through his phone. And she found pictures of this diva, Zahara. And, because, once again, we're idiots. We will leave nude photos of the people that we are diddling, even if our current spouses, girlfriends, fiancés, whatever, can find it. Because we're brash and we're brazen and we're just idiots. So she sees it. She goes, okay, well, he's so proud of that. I'm going to go ahead and, because it's 2 clicks to post a picture now on Twitter. So he releases her nude photos on his Twitter account. And then she goes on her own phone because she has dick pics of Seth Rollins on her phone, of course. And she releases them on her Twitter account. Seems legit to me. And considering Seth Rollins' statement is, somebody released these photos of me without my consent, he didn't say he was hacked. He didn't say anything like that. What he said was somebody released these photos without my consent. That screams to me fiance. So it's pretty funny. It's stupid is what it is. How can somebody be this dumb? He's the architect. Come on. You got to be smarter than that. You get your secondary phone, and that's it. I don't understand. It is what it is, though. So that's all I got. We talked about a bunch of stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed the show today. Remember, if you want to be a part of the show and you want to create a meme, go ahead and lay the meme down and send it to me on Twitter or on YouTube or on Skype, Facebook, whatever, and I will get it on the show. Spreadshirt.com, Dead on Dave. You want to get your Dead on Dave merch, make sure you check that out. SmackDown, oh God, guys, I checked out the SmackDown results, the spoilers. Yeesh. I've done this before, though, so I'm not going to talk about anything that happened during the spoilers because I always end up being wrong because it always comes across so much better. So, but it does not look good. It does not look good, guys. Oh, boy. I don't understand what they're doing. WWE's lost their mind in a lot of ways. But other than that, that's all I got. Thanks for joining me. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share as always. We will see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Peace.